This dam is absolutely huge. The reservoir behind it will be roughly the same size as London, while the dam itself will be twice as tall as the Golden Gate Bridge. Welcome to the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, an epic name for an epic feat of engineering. It's decades in the making and forms part of the country's so-called economic miracle, largely because it has the potential to lift millions of people out of poverty. But it could also be the dangerous spark that ignites a whole new conflict in the region.
Egypt, Sudan and Ethiopia are at odds over who controls the world's longest river.
A fight for the Nile. This is the largest dam in Africa, so large it has its own classification. It's a mega dam.
Mega what?
Once complete, it'll produce over 5,000 megawatts of electricity, more than double Ethiopia's current output today, and its reservoir will hold 74 billion cubic meters of water. The numbers here don't get any less overwhelming. The dam itself is made of 10 million cubic meters of roller-compacted concrete and is set to include 2 power stations, 3 spillways, and a saddle dam. The main dam itself will be 145 metres deep by 1.7 kilometres long, while the saddle dam supporting the main structure will be an astonishing 4.8 kilometres long by 45 metres high. There'll be 2 outdoor power stations on either bank of the river, with the capacity to generate roughly 2,000 to 3,700 megawatts of power. The first step on the journey to build something as enormous as this kind of sets the tone for the rest of the project, the casual diversion of the Blue Nile River in 2013. Now, as dramatic as that sounds, it's actually pretty common when building dams. Here's how it works. Most dams are built over rivers, but to pour concrete you need a dry working area. So diversion channels or tunnels are formed around the side of a dam's location for the period of its construction. If you're going through hard rock, then explosives are normally used to clear a path, while soft soils and rocks are excavated. Once there's a dry space for workers, foundations are laid. They have to be strong enough to withstand the weight of the dam and the enormous water pressures acting on them. As we said, the Renaissance Dam will be 145 metres deep, almost the height of a skyscraper, and that 74 billion cubic metres of water behind it will create a lot of pressure. Those foundations absolutely cannot leak, so the soil and rocks in the ground below the dam have to be strength tested and are sometimes removed and replaced with stronger materials. Once a dam is complete and in place, the diversion channels around it are blocked and water typically builds into a reservoir behind the dam structure. That's exactly what happened at the Hoover Dam on the Arizona-Nevada border. Water is let through openings in the dam as necessary and often harnessed for hydroelectric power. The immense scale of the Renaissance Dam has likely required special on-site concrete batching plants to be established close to the worksite. They help to increase efficiency and can ensure more control over the delivery of materials, something that's essential once you've started a big concrete pour. But a lot of the construction details for the Renaissance Dam have been kept under wraps, and that's all due to the somewhat fragile political nature of this project. You see, the dam is being built here on the Blue Nile, just 30 kilometres upstream from the Sudan border, and it's caused fierce debate over exactly who owns the Nile and the water flowing in it.
Egypt's President Sisi says the Nile is a question of life, a matter of existence to Egypt.
It's worried that its share of the water will be reduced when Ethiopia starts to fill the massive dam.
There is no Egypt without water. We either have water or there is no future for us.